How's it going, everyone? And welcome back to kind of part 2 for the Mutated Party Pack kind of opening video. The first one I did 50 packs. This is another set of 50. I wasn't really sure if I was going to make a second video, but a lot of good feedback and kind of interesting results when comparing it to community members, other people letting me know how they're faring with their rewards in the comments. I do appreciate all the interactions and the support on that last video. For this second one, it's going to be a little bit faster. I'm going to kind of open these up in, let's say, I guess we'll do this 3 or 5, kind of how we did it last time, for the reason of trying to get whatever plans learned. There's probably not a whole lot of plans that this character can still get, but I do want to make sure I'm not getting duplicates for things that I'm not necessarily looking for. For those that are maybe newer to, let's say, the mutated events, the mutated rewards, and the party packs, if you do complete these events with 3 members that have Fallout first or more, I do have more information in the first video, so feel free to check that out. I do get a little more into that. For today, I do want to open these up and see what we can get, and hopefully have some pretty good results to report. I mean, if I'm opening up 100 of them and I end up with, let's say, 10 mutated serums or something like that, in my mind that's a safe bet to say, okay, 10%-ish drop rate. I say ish because at that point RNG is very different from person to person, so I mean, somebody next to me can open up 100 and get different results in terms of plans, serums of that nature. But the good news is you are still going to be getting things like stim packs, super stims. You will be getting ammo for the weapon you're, let's say, currently holding. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to drop all this ammo. I guess the fusion cells don't really matter. At least this way I can exactly see how much ammo I'm getting after 50 have been opened, and that's all going to a specific weapon, the fixer, using 45 rounds. So we'll kind of tabulate all that at the end. But without further ado, let's get to opening some of these. Again, looking for whatever rare plans I can get. The Scrip is going to be very useful. I'm going to probably have to move it to a different character, a mule, but for now, I'm looking at these 50 mutated party packs and understanding that there's probably close to 2,000 Scrip just sitting there. So 2,000 Scrip for only 50 stack weight, I will take it. Alright, without further ado, let's start opening some of these up, and fingers crossed. Okay, so I do want to check the notes. I did get 2 sturdy raider torsos, so that's kind of like one of them could have been better, could have been something I still needed to learn. Shielded lining marine under armor. I feel like my other character has this one. I forget exactly how you get it. Alright, so we got that. We're just going to keep on opening these up. Going on back to the notes, seeing what kind of seasonal rewards we might be getting. Recipe, disease cure, okay. Interesting. And then at the end, we'll see exactly how much ammo, amongst other things I've got. The named weapons, how lucky I got with those. Radioactive barrel plan. So the strategy is to not learn the radioactive barrel plan, and we'll see what else I don't have learned yet. And then we will give some of those away out to community members over on Twitch. For those that are checking the video out on YouTube, if you are on Xbox and want to join us, the information will be in the video description. Heavy metal torso. I feel like I just found out where to get these not too long ago. Already forgot, but here it is. Ending up in my inventory regardless. Alright, so halfway through all these. A few different plans, nothing too crazy. Ooh, cutting fluid. And another radioactive barrel plan? Never mind. So, yeah, the last, we'll say the 23rd, the 24th, and maybe 25th, one of those, or 2 of those, hooked me up with the cutting fluid and the radioactive barrel. I just found out that this was pretty valuable. I'm going to keep these to the side. few people will be getting hooked up with some rad barrel plans, all about it. Alright, so let's go through a few more of these. So it gave me 2 Halloween skull masks, even though I had them learned. I understand the Halloween skull mask is, to a degree, 1 rarity in the plans. The more rare ones will be including the radioactive barrel plan, I assume the cutting fluid. I think the bear arm mods. So it did, let's say, proc a plan, but I don't really need, I guess, the lower tier plans, something like that. Also, considering there's more than half of the party packs opened, I did come in with 100 stims, 100 right away, and 100 stim supers, so already over 230 stims, 180 super stims. I did just get a serum. Okay, so interesting. It took me a lot longer to get any serums on this time around versus the first time. Another radioactive barrel plan, another cutting fluid plan, another Halloween skull mask. Okay, some interesting results this time. But again, for example, I have the rad barrel plan learned on other characters, and surprisingly enough, I've got a few recently from doing some rad rumbles. Cutting fluid, I do understand that this used to be at least rarer, considering you had to do it through a quest line to get it. So for those that have also informed me, thank you for the information. I do know a few people in the community were actually looking for this after recently finding out about it. Just a few more. More skull masks. And let's just go through the last 10. Another serum. Double check, nothing crazy. So 3 cutting fluids already, 4 rad barrel plans. They're just stacking up. And for the last 5. Alright, there we go. 50... I almost said serums later, but 50 mutated packs later. Only 2 serums. That's interesting. 390 stim packs. 300 super stims. 4 radioactive barrel plans. 3 cutting fluids. A bunch of Halloween skull masks that I don't need, so I understand that as the lower tier of plans, I already have those. The higher tier, it's still thinking that I mostly need these, I guess. In terms of ammo, I did get a lot of ammo for the weapons that I was picking up. There may be some random fixers and other things that use 45 rounds, so this 6,000, almost 6,500 45 rounds that I have on me isn't completely from opening up the packs. Some of those are also buffed up with, I would assume, the weapons. Fusion cells I already had, yeah, so a good mixture of these. And now let's take a look at the weapons. I'm sure I got a mixture of armor. I'll go through that in a sec, but in terms of weapons, I do want to see the named ones. After opening up 50, is it similar to last time? I do have 2 boomsticks. The last time I did this, I also ended up with 2 boomsticks. I also ended up with 2 long shots and 1 peacemaker. I did not get an overkill the last time, but I did get one this time. As soon as I say that, I hover over it. Long shot. Only 1 long shot this time. 1 overkill. And maybe another peacemaker? No. So interesting. This time around, 4 of these. The last time it was 5. I do have a mixture of weapons. I will take a look at that momentarily. But overall, I think pretty interesting results. I'll try to post some of the info as well in the description just so people understand. Obviously it's RNG, but for me saving up 50 this time, 50 the last time, I originally had planned on just slowly pulling from my stash and then using some of these 1 pound crates to just provide me with some, you know, an alternate means of storing Scrip if I needed the ammo, which I don't personally really need it. It's nice to have that every once in a while, but I mostly wanted to make some room for the double mutated packs now. I do understand that's coming up in terms of content. We're going to have, instead of the mutated events at the top of the hour, we'll eventually have double mutated events. It's going to be nice to also have the mutated events kind of cycling back in. We had it for the 3 weeks straight. We had a break, and then we're going to be looking forward to some of those, let's say, at the top of the hour. And in terms of the double mutated events, the way I'm understanding it is the plans that are rarer, the harder things to get, the named weapons, things of that nature will actually be easier to get from those packs instead of the packs that we opened up today in this video. So I do want to check that out, and I'll be hunting those down as soon as I can as well. See if we can squeeze in 1, maybe 2 at the top of the hour, and then try to science that out, see what other results we come up with. But I do want to thank you guys for checking out this video. I do hope you guys found this informative. Let me know how the mutated party packs and all that have been faring for you, if the rewards have been good, if you've been running load bearing, swarm of suitors, things like that more times with the mutated party packs or the mutated events than you have in the entirety of playing the game. At least that's how it was for me. But I'm glad I got back into some of those events. I do look forward to it cycling again, and I do look forward to another set of challenges with the double mutated. If we're getting things like resilient and regenerating at an event that's sending swarms at you, that's going to be a good time. But I do have a bunch of these items going to be popping up on the screen for a bit. A bunch of Scrip. I'm going to tally all that up. But thank you guys again. Keep an eye out for the next video. Next week we will jump onto part 2 of my 100 fixers in 2023. I already opened up 10, or I should say I rolled 10 of them in the last video. I'll be doing another 10 soon, and then I'll be giving out some of those fixers over to the Twitch community. So keep an eye out for the video. If you see something you're interested in, try to head on over to Twitch. If you're on Xbox, you never know. You might get lucky, you might win one of the giveaways. But until next time, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for checking out the content, supporting the stream, the YouTube channel, and all that. And I will catch you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody.